Can I help you?
Hans took me to Grassgard. As an artist's soul is mirrored in their brushstrokes, so too is a lord's character reflected in the state of their dominion. Everywhere, you could see Ludwin's gentle touch. From the full fields, to the content faces of the farmers, to the laughter of children and adults alike that filled the air.
What do you think of our humble land?
I tore my eyes away from the bright orchards and turned to Hans. It's beautiful. It may not be large or bustling, but I've never been to such a peaceful dukedom.
I'm sure his lordship will be pleased to hear that assessment.
Suddenly, I found myself curious. Earlier, you said that the ancestral trials would teach Ludwin how to rule. But judging from what I've seen here, he is already a capable lord. What more would you like him to learn? Hans smiled tenderly, as a grandfather might when speaking of a beloved grandchild.
I should have known an avid scholar like yourself would read between the lines. Make no mistake, Ludwin is not a perfect leader yet, but it is not my place to discuss his flaws.
Then tell me this. Are his flaws related to his family's inability to fight?
Let us call it a starting thread, but the full tapestry is so much more.
I decided not to pry. I already had the information I needed to guide Ludwin through his trial.
Sir Lancelot? I don't remember sending for you.
Of course, the Lord was surprised to see me. Although friendly, I was a rogue element in a world where this man had control of nearly everything. I have come at the request of Hans. He would like me to assist you in deciphering the tome.
I see. Hans does have a knack for meddling in his lord's affairs, but I welcome you all the same because, to tell the truth, I'm getting absolutely nowhere.
I smiled, despite myself. It was nice to meet a noble who wasn't spilling over with pride. Hans beckoned me to his desk, and I leaned over the old tome.
What do you make of it? This must be child's play for a famed warrior scholar.
He looked at me with expectant eyes. I'm sorry, but I can't decipher this. We will need to enlist the help of an expert. Expectation turned to astonishment.
Lancelot, though you fight like a storm, your mind is as clear as the stillest of ponds. I can't believe you'd need to ask for assistance.
Can't you? Every second I spend on the battlefield is a second away from the library. Ludwin hesitated a while longer, but when I strode to the door and held it open for him, he sighed and relented. No one in either of our circles was well versed in ciphers, but that was a matter of small concern. I knew an information broker. Zothba put me in touch with a language scholar who delivered a key to us within a fortnight.
Well, I'll be. The clue was in the names of my ancestors.
Ludwin stood up behind his desk and stretched, and the lines of care and worry melted from his face. He must have had many sleepless nights poring over the withered pages of the tome alone.
Thank you, Sir Lancelot. I can finally read the damn thing. It's only a matter of time now until I find the sword.
It was my pleasure. I look forward to news of your success. But I already knew. Before the unearthing of the blade, Hans would come to visit me one last time. I was half right. It was not Hans, but Ludwin himself who showed up at our doorstep.
I deciphered the record, and I know where the sword is buried.
He was so excited he completely forwent pleasantries.
I know I should go alone, with Hans of course, But the tome says we must fly to Skyworm Valley, which is riddled with monsters. It's a terrible place for a lord to be made into dragon kibble.
I knew what he wanted me to say. Very well. Please, allow me to accompany you.
Really? Wonderful! I mean, only if you wish.
This must have been the flaw Hans was alluding to. Ludwin was afraid of his own power. He dreaded the responsibilities that came with leadership. The Lords of Grossgard were not warriors and hadn't been for generations. They depended on their subjects for protection, but as I'd learned, Ludwin was loath to do so. Up until now, this has not posed a problem. Small skirmishes were all that troubled the peace of his dukedom. But what would happen should a great war march on his borders? Would his honor eventually spur him to the front lines? To death? The place of a lord and general is with the rear guard. There, they must order the battle and conduct diplomatic affairs. But it is hard, sitting and conversing in safety while your soldiers are risking their lives. As captain of the White Dragons, I knew this better than anyone. You feel as if every death is on your head. At last, I had come to fully understand Ludwin. If these trials, as Hans said, could help him come into his own, then I would do everything in my power to guide him to victory. The day arrived. Ludwin, Hans, myself, and a few more compatriots met outside of Skyworm Valley.
Lancelot, thank you for coming, but I wasn't aware there would be others with you. Who are these people?
He looked with wide eyes at the rest of the crew, whom he had never met before. I have heard terrible monsters lurk in these parts. Alone, I would not have been able to guarantee your safety. These are my crewmates, each one a warrior of great strength and honor.
Not that I don't appreciate their presence, but Sir Lancelot, surely a knight of your caliber could cut through these beasts with both hands tied behind your back.
Chance, my lord, is as unpredictable as the weather. A wise skyfarer prays for a gentle current, but prepares for a vicious storm. Ludwin nodded thoughtfully.
Very well. Best I leave the knighting to the knights.
The white dragon unfurls its wings. Come. Are you ready to begin the trial?
It's now or never. Let's go.
Yeah!
Hey, look! The welcome squad!
Our attacks aren't working! Is this part of the trial?
Wait, I remember.
Surrender!
The record said, a single link does not a chain make.
Well, fighting one at a time won't work. Let's hit it all at once.
Very well. On Lancelot's mark.
Form! On go! Strike! You're open! Merciful,
It's working.
as fierce as
Very
soldiers.
clever, Vane.
Siegfried called me clever.
Silence. If not for Lord Ludwin's counsel, you would have been lost.
You did it! You really did it! I only wish I'd have been of more use.
Don't worry about it. We've all got stuff we're good and bad at.
There is no shame in seeking help from others. It builds trust.
Yes, trust. That is all we ask from you, Lord Ludwin.
Looks like we've reached the second trial. There are so many spirits around.
We best fight in formation.
Stay focused!
May be similar to the previous trial.
Very well. Leave the vanguard to me.
We're gonna be so in sync.
Wait. I'm about to see 4 legendary knights in battle at once.
Just what I needed.
Set the keepers to behold. Meet your doom.
These blind attacks aren't working. We need to coordinate. Wide open. Parry this.
This is hell.
follow.
Almost there!
You fool! Right into our trap.
I shall never fail you.
We made it. You leave the rough stuff to me.
Smothering. Now, surrender!
Wait,
Fortune favors the bold.
Agreed.
that's teamwork, baby.
Fall!
Into the fray.
Out of my sight!
Away with you! Too slow!
On me!
For the skies!
Fearsome blow.
Did you say something? I might blink. Nay. Give it. They're wide open. Surrender. On guard. Through.
Now!
They're finished.
Been waiting.
Stay in formation.
Very well.
I'm with you.
Give it. Surrender.
Meet your grave away!
It's up.
You're mine.
Does it for the second trial.
Let you down,
Too
Siegfried.
easy,
I
Lancelot?
trust
Not
that
at
you
all.
won't.
We've only made smooth progress thanks to the team.
We fought alongside each other for years. This was nothing.
What is that thing? It's huge!
Jealousy is a dead soul given form by evil spirits.
Meet the dead? I never signed up to fight the dead! Retreat! Everyone! Retreat!
Remain calm. We can handle this.
You can't know that for sure! Stars above, if anything were to happen to you because of my weakness!
My Lord Ludwig, I ask that you listen to Lancelot. Place your trust in us.
It was a sight to behold, wasn't it?
Parry this! Try to keep up. They're growing desperate. Be on guard.
Let them flounder in their anger.
Very well. Lancelot believed in this team, and so shall I.
On my mark. You're mine. Understood. On guard. Too slow. Over here. I'll make fine use of this. Brave away. Fear no dark. This battle is already won. Spare them nothing. For let our blades be the top. It won't prevail. Follow close. Of course.
Great synergy, everyone.
Felt that tingle on that one.
Seal their fate.
Go.
You are finally of some use.
Fun, Percy. Would it feel to be nice for a second?
Assault formation!
I'll take care of this.
What fierce allies!
Yeah, it couldn't have gone better.
That was impressive.
You will burn.
Thank you, Percival. Stay focused! Right over! You won't prevent! After you!
Destroy them. Behold the splendiferous Lord of Flame. Whatever happened?
Stir up
protect
fire,
you.
and you will be burned.
Watch my back. It's over!
What?
Fine, Brave, away!
Come! In position!
Teamwork, baby.
I can always rely on this crew.
On ivory wings!
Ice Flugel! By my blade, your doom surrender. On guard! I accept your gift. Wide open. No fucking through! Give me everything we've got! Spare them nothing! You were me!
Into the fray!
What a name!
Fearsome blow.
Why don't you?
You took down all those monsters! That was right!
Well, the chest awaits you, my lord. Open it and claim your prize.
Ah, yes, of course.
After this, it's back to training. After numerous trials, we arrived at last in front of a lone treasure chest.
If it hadn't been for your help, Sir Lancelot, I wouldn't have made it this far. I fear I won't ever be able to repay this debt.
There is no debt between us. But do not trouble yourself about me. Look now to your prize. With trembling hands, Ludwin undid the clasps of the chest and lifted from it a sheathed sword.
The blade of my forebears. It's, lighter than I thought it would be.
Carefully, he drew forth the weapon.
What's the meaning of this? It's just a hilt!
Ludwin was the very picture of distress. But I saw through the riddle at once. A sword with no blade. A weapon that could neither defend nor slay. It was a message left by the first lords of Grassgard for their scions. Gently, I cleared my throat. Perhaps, my lord, it was meant to be a hilt, and a hilt alone.
What? Why would my ancestors bequeath unto me a hunk of metal?
You will find the answer to this puzzle, as you have to all the others. Slowly, Ludwin's grip on the blade relaxed, and he began to turn it over in his hands.
Fine. I'll give it a bit more thought.
Sir Lancelot, do you really think his lordship will be able to figure it out?
On our way back, Hans fell in beside me to take whispered counsel. What does your heart tell you? You have been at his side all these years. Hans made no reply, but I saw the shadow pass from his face and a soft light come into his eyes.
All right. Fresh sandwiches. Come to the soup. Come to view the requests.
And that's where this new chapter in my life begins. Me, as the new Mr. Fix-It. After clearing up some requests, I thought I'd earn some, I don't know, respect, honor, from the crew alliance Rafale. But it seems you can't buy forgiveness so easily.
Ahem. So I believe we're all aware of Avia's assault on Seed Hollow.
She looked straight at me as she spoke. The actions of the pilgrims, myself included, had left a number of locals without homes. There was a plan to resettle volunteers in Tempio. Give them a fresh start.
They're going to be out in the open, moving, building. This includes children and the elderly. Your job would be to protect the settlers until their homes are up. Trustworthy Skyfarers only.
Hey, don't push yourself. You can sit this one out, you know.
Rackham lay a hand on my shoulder, but I shook my head at him. We take it. This is right. I couldn't stay stuck in the past forever. I needed to move on. I needed to help those I hurt move on. It wasn't an easy choice, though. Our patron, the family who was bankrolling this mission, didn't know I'd worked for Avia. And I didn't know if I had the guts to tell them. Yeah, I know. How am I supposed to atone for crimes I'm too scared to admit? Still, one step at a time. Too much of a coward to take responsibility? Fine. I could at least start by repairing some of the damage I'd done. I'd make sure the settlers built in peace. And if one of them happened to find out about my past, then that would be that. I'd accept whatever punishment they saw fit to give me. It didn't matter where I hid or how far I ran. Retribution would find me eventually. The ride to Tempeal was uneventful. The proposed relocation site was set near an old storehouse by the river. There was water here, and the building could be repurposed for homes. The migrants dragged their feet and often looked back towards Seed Hollow. Most had been born and raised there. We'd been hired as bodyguards, but for the time being at least, all was quiet. Just the sound of wind and running water. Patrols didn't take long, and only 1 or 2 people had to go at a time. The rest of us found other ways to keep busy. Carrying supplies, repairing the storehouse, prepping materials, cooking. Whatever needed doing, we did it. While the adults were building the new body of the village, the children, they were forming the new heart of it. It's amazing how kids can find happiness in just about anything. The world's fresh and new to them. Down by the river, they discovered unfamiliar plants and bugs with funny shapes. In the old storehouse, they looked for hidden treasure and lost stories. Sure, sometimes they got in the way of work and were scolded, but you could tell the adults appreciated having the kids around. It gave them hope. Io and Lyria were their self-appointed babysitters. They called it serious work, but it looked like fun and games to me. Those kids didn't have a care in the world. Well, all except one of them. There was a girl who would always glance my way, pretty much from day one of this job. I say girl, but she was a Harvin, so her age was hard to pinpoint. But she played with the kids more than she worked, so I assumed. Anyways, turned out she was a teenager. That would explain the looks she gave me. I don't think any kid could have been filled with such fear, such anger, such hate. Didn't take much to guess why she had a grudge against me. But she made sure I knew. It happened one day when I was on my way to the storehouse to stack some freight. She was in my path, and since I had a load of boxes in my arms, I almost bowled her over.
Don't come closer!
Her voice was loud and shrill. I won't hurt you. I promise.
Yeah, right. Everyone else might have forgotten you, but I haven't. We're here because of you.
Her name was Shiralu, 14 years old. Parents volunteered to come on this resettlement mission after they had lost their livelihoods back in Seed Hollow. She had reason to hate me. During this whole exchange, I felt strangely relieved. No more waiting in the shadows, trying to work up the courage to atone. Atonement had come for me.
Why are you here? To take our new homes?
Never. I only wished I were better with words. To convey even a fraction of the guilt I felt. To give her even the slightest comfort. Not a day goes by where I don't regret what I've done. I wanted to tell her I was ready to repent, but my voice came out flat, insincere.
I don't believe that for a second! You're a liar! A liar and...
But she was cut off by warning bells. I raced back to the settlement center, where I found Rackham.
Goblin sighting! Get everyone inside the gates, pronto!
His voice rose up over the cacophony.
An attack! But my father just left for the storehouse!
Remain here. I'll find him. I left without waiting for a response.
Come on! Just like we practiced!
We'll handle the goblins.
Is everyone safe?
Should be. Why we're here, isn't it? Now come on, we got Goblin Tail to kick.
Let's do this.
Fall!
Excellent execution!
Spare no brother!
My turn!
No time to celebrate. Of course.
There's more here. They're trying the pincer maneuver. Vern, you watch over the settlers.
Got it! Leave it to me!
Think a bite.
Well done! Never enough! In position!
Never fear!
There's so many. Where they all come from?
Heard this place used to be Monster Central. Guess these are the stragglers.
Bad news, guys! Some girl named Shiraloo has gone missing! What if she...
Don't assume anything, Lilia. First, we secure the area, then we start a search.
Shirley? Isn't that the Harvard?
Do you know something?
Right, we'll get the search party started. Right after these messages.
Watch you now! Take this!
Stay down.
Hey! I heard Shiraloo's near the windmill!
Yeah, that sounds about right. She was worried about her dad.
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go! Heads up! There's another goblin band over here!
What? Shirolu, where did you go?
Focus on the fight at hand! Here they come!
Oh,
You're mine!
what are they made of?
Try to keep up!
Love me!
Hip!
Is someone there? Shiraloo!
Don't worry, we're here to help. Do you think you can stay hidden for a bit?
Yeah, I can do that. Thank you.
There's more! Out of my way!
Wait, I recognize that
I see
voice.
through you! Yep. Take this! Go!
Watch out for the shoulder!
Unbound! It's over!
On it. I am grateful for the aid.
You have me as long as you need me.
Again! Well done! Break and leg! Perish! Go! Finished!
looks like we're all clear. You can come out now, Shiraloo.
It was a close call, but we managed to find Shiraloo in time.
Everything's going to be okay now. Thank you.
Lyria ran over to the girl. I don't think Shiraloo was injured, but her face was pale, and her lips were tight. It had to have been me. The reason she looked so pained. If I hadn't forced her from her home, she wouldn't have almost lost her life. I turned and walked a few steps. I'll secure the way back. Bring her when she feels better.
Wait, Id.
Shiraloo needed good people around her. What did I ever bring but suffering?
All right. Your stomach growling. Give it what it wants.
Yes, can I help you?
Sir Soupstock and his staff expressed great admiration for my swordplay.
It's just mind-boggling, you know? You've probably trained harder than most of the best mercenaries out there.
His words raised the gate on a flood of memories, washing me back to a time when I was desperate to prove myself. Yes, it took hard training and much toil to come this far. But I would have collapsed by the wayside long ago if there hadn't been people who supported me on my path. I am where I am because of them. Now, I tried to pay their goodwill forward by helping others as they helped me.
So you never stopped trying to be the best version of yourself.
Sir Soupstock turned his eyes toward the heavens.
I wish I could be strong like you. I wish I had the guts to just go busting in through the front door, sword blazing and ready to dispense justice.
Hearing this, all of his officers raised their voices in protest.
But you are strong. You got it all, man. The brains, the chill, the network, and the integrity. You could search the whole sky and never find a better informant. We're proud to work for you.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Sir Zoppa, who'd been watching from afar, made his way forward and clapped a hand on Sir Soupstock's shoulder.
You did good, Soupstock. Just like I knew you would.
Boss, it's an honor.
And that was the first time I ever saw Sir Soupstock give free rein to his emotions. When I visited Seed Hollow sometime later, I heard at the Knick-Knack Shack a certain rumor. Apparently, one of the officers of the family Zotpa had taken up forever pure, forever righteous as his creed. Even his staff could be heard reciting the words.
The Justice Soup Gang, led by Mr. Mohawk, has been getting a lot of missions lately, and the family Zotpa stocks are on the rise. Their soup stock, that is.
I glanced about me and saw only faces as bright as the sun. And I knew in my heart that the warmth of those smiles did not derive from Lady Sierra Carte's rather pitiable jest.
The day after the goblin attack, I had an unlikely visitor. Shiraloo.
You didn't have to save me, but thank you.
That took me completely off guard. I searched wildly in my mind for a response, but all that came out was, I was just trying to do the right thing.
Look, Avia almost destroyed Seed Hollow, and I won't ever forgive you for that. Do you know how many people were hurt?
I'm sorry. Like I said, words, not my strong point. Is there any way I can make amends? I will do anything. She looked at me for a moment, her lips working, searching for an answer. Her eyes slowly welled up with tears.
Can you bring back the dead? I didn't think so.
If I could trade my life for even one I'd taken, I'd have done it in a heartbeat. But she was right. Those people were gone, and never coming back.
We can't talk about this now. Maybe I shouldn't have come. Have a good... goodbye.
She turned and walked away. Her voice shook the entire time we were talking. With anger, I guessed. And grief. But she'd still forced herself to thank me. It hit me then how kind she was. If Avia had never existed, she might have never known the corrosive influence of hate. Our crimes went beyond the people we killed. Even those that survived, they now had to live with the trauma and sleepless nights. It was all so heavy. I was beginning to see that I'd never be able to atone. Not if I had 100,000 years and all the power in the skies. We now knew the settlement was a prime target for goblins. We'd cleared out a band of them, but there would always be more. We decided to tighten our defenses. More frequent patrols with bigger teams. I was quick to volunteer for the first shift. Lyria, Vern, and the captain came along.
Hey, we noticed things are kind of tense between you and Shiralu. Do you want to talk about it?
Lyria kept pace beside me, peering up into my face. What's there to say? My past was for me to solve. I didn't need to make the crew part of my guilt.
She knew, didn't she, that you were once part of Avia?
All right, fine. Who was I kidding? No one kept secrets with these three around. Someone was going to find out eventually. Just don't worry about it. But Vern and Lyria pushed back.
We're buds now, right? Your problems are my problems.
Exactly. We can talk to Shiralu together. This is your chance to make things right.
You know, sometimes when you feel lost in a hostile world, that's all it takes to put things into perspective. A few kind words. Okay. But there's no half-assing it. Whatever Shiralu asks, we give it to her. Do you understand? I was offered no answer, but their eyes told me enough. Sins are only burned away through atonement. This was the way things had to be. We walked for a while in silence, until finally the captain nodded. And I was told the crew would do what was right. Days passed, and the demeanor of the settlers when they were around me began to change. Bright eyes turned into cold stares. Open hands clenched into fists, smiles morphed into sneers. They had begun avoiding me, too. It was easy enough to guess why. On an afternoon, buried under gray clouds, the rest of the crew gathered around me in a show of solidarity. I'd recommend keeping your distance. I'm a known criminal now. I stared ahead of me into empty space. Maybe Shiraloo had told the others about me. Maybe she hadn't. What did it matter? The truth was bound to come out eventually. This was justice.
But Id, you didn't hurt anyone because you wanted to. You were being controlled.
The captain knelt beside me and pointed out excuses I'd rehearsed in my mind a million times before. And as a child, I couldn't have known the difference between right and wrong. That as an adult, I was blinded by my love for Lilith. That in choosing to turn against my family for the sake of the skies, I had sacrificed the most. Yeah, I had misguided intentions. So what? If that were a real defense, we wouldn't have any villains, would we? I deserve to be judged for my actions, and my actions alone. They all fell silent after that.
Right. This one, yes? It's in your hands now.
We got rare spirits, and not the kind you want to
Let's begin.
Your word. Don't let anything get the jump on you.
Get back! Strike true! Watch you now! Let's go!
Uh-oh! This guy looks strong! You better watch out!
Breaking leg! They're wide open! They're finished!
Let's go!
It goes!
Get ready for the next one.
At once.
Fly! Better act quick before they run! Looks like they're coming for us! You ready?
Perish! Push forward!
Let us topple them!
Proceed with caution.
We shall brave any danger! I'm always ready to go!
You have my aim.
Focus! Let's go!
Uh-oh! This guy looks strong! You better watch out!
Take this! Now! Get back! It's your mine!
That'll do.
Thanks!
Never
I know
enough!
you're not one to give undeserved praise.
Unbound! Yep! It's over! Up here! Give it! 4-4! I'm going!
Fly! Better act quick before they run!
You won't prevail! Breaking leg!
Well done.
They wanna fight? They've got one!
I have it.
Lancelot!
No mercy! Honor will prevail!
I'll take care of it! Charlotte, I'll handle this!
Take this! Strike true! Shine as one! Tide of chaos!
Yeah!
Yeah. Great job.
That was nothing!
It's over!
Looking good so far! You've got me! Uh-oh! This guy looks strong! You better watch out! Let's go! Worry Kong! There's no enemies left, but you can take them! No escape! Watch out for the shooter! It's my specialty! We're in the home stretch now! Keep it up! Slide! Better act quick before they run!
Break it!
I see through you.
That's one more quest in the bag!
Well, that's one more down.
It looks like you've got the hang of handyman work now, Id.
You think so?
I know so. Everyone in town says they can come to you with their problems.
Yes, can I help you? Right. Would you take this one? It's in your hands now.
Focus on what you can do. Give it 110%.
Take this! Get back!
Perfect.
Break through!
Got you now!
Attack! After you!
You're through!
Give it to me!
Thank you. We look after each other.
Fall!
It's my honor.
Let's blast the next one, too! Take them out!
They're finished!
Take this! My turn!
Try to keep up.
Never enough! It's over!
Let's do this.
You're mine! On the offensive!
Understood.
Nice finish.
Yes.
Let us press on.
Fall!
Superb. Stay vigilant.
Roger that!
Let's end this. That's a lot.
No mercy. Well done.
I'll take care of it!
Back off!
Charlotte, I'll handle this!
Shyness one! Tide of chaos! Great job.
Watch you now!
It's over!
Understood.
Understood.
Strike true!
Go.
Get back!
They're wide open.
Sure. Take this! I see through you! Miss me! Can't fall!
We're the best!
You won't prevail. Now, keep up.
All over for you, Goon!
Fortune favors the bold.
I got even bigger spells!
They're wide open.
Leave it to me!
I'm most grateful to you.
Now, I hardly lifted a finger.
Go.
Breaking leg! You're mine!
You won't prevail.
Perish!
Thanks.
Forward!
I'll handle this.
Get ready for the next one.
At once.
That's a lot!
No mercy. Ice. Google. Charlotte.
Have at you!
Take this! Get back! Perish!
Nothing to it!
Shyness one. Tide of chaos.
Couldn't ask for a better... We mustn't slow our pace.
Onward to glory!
Got you now!
Cover me!
I'll follow.
Right.
What's this? What's cowardice? Let us redouble our efforts!
After them!
Lead on!
Not bad.
I think you mean excellent!
By my blade! Go!
Fall! Strike true! Back off! Break it, leg!
I wasn't ready.
I'll handle this. Start an attack!
Understood! Understood!
It's over already? Boy, you're on a roll.
Well done.